It's been a minute. It's been a while. It's been a little bit. It's been not a month, but a few weeks. And we've got our old one and we got a new one right here. And there are some things to point out here because the coolest thing about this new one is that it's slightly darker toned than the one I already have. And of course, the head works and the arms both work. Now, there are some problems with this one though. For instance, this is definitely ripped off, so we have to glue that back on fully. And this hand has been broken. So I think I'm either gonna glue those stuck or I'm gonna somehow swap the hands, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that just yet. There is one instance in which it will be very easy, and that's if we open it. And we may actually have to. Why, you may ask? Because this is very rusted and it doesn't work anymore. I've tried it and batteries don't work in it. I can try again, but yeah. Nothing. Now what does work is this battery. This tells us that the light in the head is also still working, which is one of the biggest problems this figure has sometimes. So that's nice. That's great. Great news. Now another positive thing about this one is the head comes off very easily. So that's nice. I don't think we can put this on just yet. No, we can't. I'll actually have to remove some plastic from this head before we can put it on. And I have the firing effects here as well. Anyhow, I'm gonna try cleaning this first from the outside. If that doesn't work, we may actually have to open this one as well. And if that's the case, we'll just swap things around from figure to figure. Now you might say, Bo, god damn, it's just some lightning. But I like the lightning feature a lot. I'm sorry, but I do. Still isn't working. Alright. I can also just keep this lightning feature partially working, but I'll have to make a wire that goes onto its back and into the back. That's a tough decision. Let me think of that. You know what? I'm gonna see how easy this one is to get apart. If it's not easy, I'm not gonna do it. That's basically what we're going for right now. So let's see. Alright, this one is not easy to break into, so I'm not gonna do it. I managed to get my knife in a little bit in here, but it's just too stuck together to fully get out. I think I'm gonna make a very small, I'll call it a bridge, which I will do is probably put these batteries in here, put two wires in it, make sure they will be able to go through this part from its back, and let that just go into these holes. One problem I do have with this is that I probably can't put this back piece on if I want to keep these holes functional, or I either have to edit it a little bit. Well, actually, if I just don't fully put it on, I can still access them, so that's what we're gonna do. Let's first glue this stuck again, because I know it's a bit of a hassle to do so. It may not look like it, but this plastic really doesn't want to stick. I don't know why, but yeah, it just doesn't. New glue. Let's see what you can do. Alright, it's still not fully glued on there, but it is at the point where I can stop touching it in order to keep it in place, so that's nice. With these fingers though, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I may actually take these fingers off and put them in this hand. Best thing to do is just replace the whole hand, but to do that, I'll have to get this part out. So yeah, we're gonna try to get this hand off. Oh, and the fucking firing effect came off again. Okay, super glue is actually not gonna work for this. I think it fully came off now. Okay. I think I'm better off putting other glue on there. Let's see, I have like some sort of phone screen glue that may actually work pretty well. I think. Sounds weird, but I think that one's gonna work better than this. It's almost empty, but I do have another one left in my desk somewhere. So let's just try it. And after this has been glued on there, I'm actually going to do the head first before I do the hand, just to give this a bit more time to dry up. I just realized I said dry up, I mean dry. My god, how fucking Dutch am I? Okay. Oh. And I'm gonna use this as my way of knowing how big it has to be. And we're gonna make this one bigger. Let's go. Alright, it's gonna make some noise. Alright, let's see if this works. It fits already. Damn! And it's looking pretty fine. I think it's not all the way in though, so we may have to make it a little bit longer. But yeah, it does fit on there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it a little bit longer to make it fit a little bit better. Alright, let's see if this fits. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's looking really cool actually. Would you look at that? It still has a little bit of that color discoloration in his face because it's transparent, but it's not as bad as the previous figure anymore. I think it actually works. Let's see if the lighting feature still works. Yeah, oh my god, that actually looked really cool. The light is actually going through the top piece of his head as well. I'm actually gonna stop for now because I gotta work soon. So I'll see you back when my shift is over. Goodbye. Hello everybody and welcome back to fixing my own custom Humidor trigger, which has multiple problems which I didn't know about. Apparently I found a way to fix this light without rerouting everything. Apparently it works if I just push this in there. This is connected to the negative side of the batteries. Apparently this one still works and gives a sign to the inside. So the way to fix it is just making sure you can put this wire in and out. It's gonna be that easy. I'm actually kind of glad. Okay. In order to keep this wire, you have to make a very small hole in here in which the wire can run through. So I'm gonna do that right now. This may be big enough. We will see. Yeah. So let's try. And yeah, that actually does fit. So let's screw this on. You can turn it on by pushing this in this hole. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it does. So that's great. We got a line up torch, which can still be lightened even though you don't have to press a button. So that's actually kind of cool when I want to place it somewhere and make it light up and just keep it standing like that. I think this is actually nicer than, well, it doesn't look nicer, but it's easier if you're just gonna pose it and such. Anyhow, our next problem is these fingers, and I did just glue it a little bit, but I'm not sure if it's gonna hold on, and I don't want to use this hand. I'm gonna use this hand because I like posing the hands in any way I want. And this hand is very loose, so we could get it off, but this hand is apparently glued stuck, and I don't know how. So I'm gonna try to cut it off. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna glue it back and cut it from here, because this joint barely moves. Actually, you only have to move the bottom one. As you can see, you could move this one, but this one has never moved before in its life, I believe. This has always been moving like this, so it's really not that important of a joint. Mostly just because the fire prevents it from moving a lot. We're gonna try to cut this pin in between the hand. But since it's glued on there a bit, it's gonna be a bit more tricky to do so. I think I actually did it. Yeah. Alright, the hand has come off, and I'm gonna fully remove this pin because we can put the new one in there. And now his hand is gone. That sounds stupid, but we're gonna put a new one on there. Now, this old figure is less important to me, especially since I have a better one if I fix this new one. So I'm just gonna cut this rubber opener to get the pin out of there fully in full working order and not broken at all. So let's get this in between there again. Try to squeeze this over the pin. If that doesn't work, we have to make a small cut. We can glue it back later on. Yeah, come on. One cool thing about these figures is that the plastic is very bendable. It's not really plastic actually, it's more like a rubbery thing. And we got it. It fell down on the ground, but we did get it. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Alright. This hand is gone. So let's get our new figure. And see if we can squish this hand in there. Right, got one side in. Now for the other side. And there we go. It actually worked really well. Holy shit. Well, it does go down a bit further than the original one, I believe. Did we put it on the wrong way? I'm just gonna put the old hand on the other figure for the record, just to give him a hand, and I may glue it stuck because we broke the pin and the rubber. But yeah, it's gonna be really easy. I can just glue this in if I want to. It's actually gonna be stuck in there pretty well, and I just noticed that this hand is also pointing down a bit, so that may just be normal. Okay, and I noticed that I did put the hand in the wrong way, so we took it out and back in again. And then we actually managed to do it without breaking it. So that does mean I could have also removed this one without breaking it, but I'm not that bothered by it. It's just my second figure. I'm not really gonna use it for anything anymore. Maybe use it as a little show thingy as to how this would have looked before. Anyhow, hey, we're back and we're gonna put these flame effects on. I'm not sure about the back piece yet. I'll have to cut a small piece off. I already did, so it may actually be as good as ready, but I'm gonna do that as the last piece since it's gonna be the hardest one. These smaller ones are gonna be fairly easy. I just gotta glue 2 to the hands and 2 to the feet, and I think I'll have to reshape the ones for the feet a bit because they don't fit right just yet. Let's see about the hand ones. This one actually fits very well already, so I'm not gonna change anything of that. I'm just gonna glue it on there. Alright, that's the first piece on the hand. It actually looks really cool. Would you look at that? Reminds me of the newer figures, the Marvel Legend figures. I believe the replaceable hands also have this kind of fire on them. Yeah, that'd be looking really fine. Okay. Now for the second hand, this one's gonna be a little bit more difficult. I believe so, because we may have to reshape this one a bit. This one actually goes very far over the arm as well. I'm gonna make it hot a little bit so it can shape itself. Then we're gonna press it onto its hand so it can reshape in any way or form it wants to. Here we go. Okay. Now we did create some very small black pieces because of burning it, so we're gonna remove those. Like so. Okay, and now let's glue it on there as well. Alright, it does have to dry a bit more, but it's on there already, so let's see how it looks, and there we go. And yeah, that looks really cool too. Both are on now, so let's move over to the feet of the Human Torch. Human Torch sheet, bruh. Alright, and this is what we're gonna be working with. Now, I did give them both a different side, but I'm not sure which one was supposed to go on which side anymore. So we're just gonna see if this looks nice, and if it doesn't, it's supposed to go on the other side. It's as easy as that. I think this one was supposed to go on this side. Will that fit immediately? Actually, I think it does. Oh, it's a little too flat in the middle. We have to cut a very small piece out. This camera is never going to be able to focus on this the whole time. Alright, and now it fits way better actually. Yeah. Alright, so let's put the glue on here to make it ready to get glued on. Pretty self-explanatory. It's a little bit too much. You're going to remove a very small amount. And push it on there. Alright, and that's foot one. Basically done, just has to dry again, just like the hand ones. So let's move over to the next one. I think something like this will look cool. However, if we want to do that, we have to change up a bit at the back of it. Alright, the new Yeezys are done, man. Pretty cool if I say so myself, actually. Compared to the blank normal shoes from the original figure, we now have this. Compared to this, we now have this. Looks a little better from the sides. Especially this side. Ooh, that's his good side. And compared to these hands, I didn't really post them, but you get the idea. We now have this hand and it wants to focus. This hand. Hello. There you go. Look at that. That's looking very, very cool. Okay, and compared to that head, we have that head. Compared to this head, we have this head. But we already knew that, so I'm not going to go over that again. We do, however, still have this back piece left, which I was doubting if I would put it on or not. I'm still not completely sure. No, actually, yeah, it looks really cool with it. Without it, it looks cool without it too, but I think this adds a lot more charm to the figure. I'm gonna put it on there. I'm gonna have to see if the wire is still able to go in the hole when I'm done. So this is gonna be the last part of this video. There's one very small problem, that is that this fire gets in the way of this fire. So I'm either gonna have to cut a piece off of this fire or a piece off of this part. I think I'm gonna do it off the second part, since that's not stuck on there yet. Yeah, I'm gonna just cut a very small piece off this front piece. We may actually be able to use it on another part of his body, but yeah, it's so small. Probably not. Yes, it fits perfectly now. Okay, so I'm gonna glue that on there, and then that's gonna conclude the video. I'm gonna do this off camera because this part is just gonna be me holding that thing down until it's dried up. And there you have it. I think that's about all there is to do. I added the back piece, I added this small peely thingy that we had left, because why not? We can always take it off if I want to. And this is how this looks like. Now, as you can see, there is this wire sticking out. And if we just push it through this hole, you can easily make him flame on again. And it actually looks very bright on the camera, holy shit. Blends in really well with the fire as well, especially on the hands and such. It all looks really, really great in my opinion. The feed flames came off a few times again because, yeah, this glue takes a long time on this kind of rubbery plastic to dry apparently. But yeah, other than that, I think that's about all there is to it. Here's the before and after. He really does look better, doesn't he? I'm glad I put that backfire on him as well. So yeah, thank you for watching me create these two custom Human Torch figures. Well, this one is definitely custom. This one just has a few flame effects on him. But it definitely looks cooler like this. Especially because I lost the original fire. Baba boy. He actually really reminds me of the Human Torch Marvel Legend figure because of the backfire and the fire on the hands. It's kind of cool actually. Okay, anyway, like I said, thanks for watching and till the next video, goodbye.